Welcome students here. Now I have started to discuss a lot of things in the preparation of class 12 physics 2021, which is going to start on 8th of the June physics paper. I have decided to cooperate students by discussing some most important and good questions. Here I have written enjoy physics with Nishad. It means really enjoy physics. And how can you enjoy? When you develop a concept. And how can you develop a concept? You concentrate on my lecture. This time I am going to discuss and consider a topic that how current is divided into various branches of a network or a circuit. Here I am going to start with the very easy network and hope that you can understand these things. Dear students, here I am considering three resistances This is R1 equal to 4 ohm. This is R2 equal to 3 ohm. And this is R3 equal to 6 ohm. And they are connected with power supply EMF source of 12 volt. Now this is network. Definitely main current is I. And I current till here at this point. After that we get a junction, and after junction current distributes. So current is distributed after this point. If this is the point A and this is the point B. After point B, current is distributed in two branches. So consider here I1 and consider here I2. How can you find out I1 and I2? A lot of mistake is done by students. But here you can easily find out I1 and I2 current, and I will do this question in two ways. So first method I am going to do. By the first method, how can we do? First, we have to find out resistance of entire circuit, complete resistance of the circuit. It is very easy because R2 and R3 are in series. One thing you know, that if two resistances are in series, then we can directly use R23. R23 means that is the resistance of the 2 and 3. Combined resistance of 2 and 3. And they are in parallel. If two resistances are in parallel, then you can directly use this formula R2 into R3 and R2 plus R3. Only for two resistance you can use this formula. It has derived from 1 upon R is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. Same thing, but I am here doing the short. All you do know this thing here. Then R2 3 into 6 and plus 3 plus 6, that is 18 by 9, and that is 2 ohm. 2 ohm. It means R2 and R3, they are in the parallel, and they combinedly, their effective resistance is 2 ohm. And now this 2 ohm is with the series with the R1. So R total resistance is equal to R1 plus R2, 3, and R1 is here 4 ohm and plus 2, and that is 6 ohm. Now resistance of total network, total complete circuit is 6 ohm. Now we know that I equal to V upon R. V upon R. How much here V? 12 volt. 12 volt EMF supply, EMF. total potential, and now divided by 6. So I equal to 2 ampere. Now we have to find out potential drop here, and this is supposed V1. How much potential drops according to law of Ohm's? Ohm's law. We know that potential drop by the Ohm's law, V1 is equal to I main current into resistance R1. This is the formula of the potential drop, difference. Dear students, difference, potential drop here. So here I is equal to 2, and this is R1 4 ohm, and we get here 8 volt. Now in 12 volt, 8 volt drops on the resistance R1. R1 पर 8 volt drop हो गया, 8 volt drops. Then at the B, VB, then how much potential on the B? VB equal to nothing but 12 minus 8, and that is 4 volt. 4 volt. It means, and you know that this is the connector with the negative of the cell, so here 0 volt. 0 volt. And how much at the B? That is 4 volt. So that here in both resistance, potential difference is the 4 volt. It means in the 12 volt potential, 8 volt drops on resistance 4 ohm. Now remaining 8 minus 12 minus 8, and that is the 4 volt. Now it is very easy. Now again use this formula, that here I 1 equal to V upon R2. V upon R2. Because this 4 volt is also for the R3 and also for the R2, because R2 and R3 are in parallel connection. So V equal to here 4 and upon 3. So I1 equal to 4 by 3 ampere, and similarly I2 is equal to same potential 4 and upon 6, and that is 2 upon 3 ampere. Now this is the I2. Now how can you find out that this answer is correct or not? To that add here I1 plus I2. What we get here? 4 upon 3 and plus 2 upon 3. 6 by 3 equal to 2 ampere. It means that I here, this is the I. This is the I. So here I equal to how much I? Is equal to 2 ampere. After distribution, I1 is 4 upon 3 ampere. I2 is 2 upon 3 ampere. It means if 1 rupee is divided into 60 and 40 paise, then add, then get you 100 paise. It is a very simple calculation, so that you can find out adding I1, I2, you get 2 ampere. Okay. Now you can use another method for that, but you have to start from here. Up to here, we have to follow same rule. Up to here, we have to use same rule. In this case, no need to find out V1 and anything 0 volt. Nothing is, no need to find out. Just I1. We want to find out I1. For the I1, we know that what is the resistance of the I1? 3 ohm. Because you are finding I1, so take resistance of the I2. Short matter 6. And now, and sum of both 3 plus 6. 3 plus 6 into main current. So what is the main current? 2. it is very clear. By the other method, you are going to find out I1. So if you are finding I1, then take resistance of I2, and that is the 6 ohm. Now 6 plus 3. Add both resistance. This is the 3 plus 6 into main current 2. Then what we get here? 6 by 9 into 2. 3 2 is 6 and 3 3 is 9. Same I1 is equal to 4 by 3. Same I1 is equal to 4 by 3. Similarly, I2 you are going to find out, because I2 is passing through 6 ohm, so we take I1 reverse, that is the 3 ohm. 3 ohm, and again 6 plus 3 into main current. So 3 upon 9 into 2. 3 upon 9 into 2. So 3 3 is 9, and that is 2 upon 3. In the same way, we got that here 4 upon 3 and 2 upon 3. So I1 is 4 upon 3 and 2 upon 3. There is one more method, but that is sufficient for your board examination. I had been examiner for the 20 years, 25 years. So that I suggest that first method used for the CBSE exam and the second method used for the competitive exam. Okay. Now after that, in the next lecture, I will discuss about why voltage, to measure voltage potential difference, voltmeter is not useful, and why we have that for a voltmeter more resistance. What is the advantage of potentiometer over voltmeter? Why you use voltmeter? You are not using voltmeter. It never give good result. That potentiometer will give good result. So we will do same thing on next class, and that here it will help. That will help current distribution in that question. Okay. Thank you very much.